After securing a second term in 2024, Donald Trump wasted no time in doubling down on his immigration crackdown. His policies are even tougher than before, with deportation numbers skyrocketing. In the first year of his second term alone, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, deported nearly 271,484 people, including a sharp rise in undocumented immigrants, visa overstayers, and asylum seekers. Trump's administration has pushed for more aggressive border control, stricter enforcement, and even expanded the Remain in Mexico program. In this video, we'll break down the top 10 countries most affected by these policies. From Mexico to Central America, many countries have seen higher deportation rates under Trump's renewed efforts to enforce immigration law. Let's dive in, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Global Village for more global news updates. 10. Haiti. Under Trump's second term, Haiti experienced increased deportation flights, with 8,200 Haitians sent back to their homeland between 2024 and 2025. This was driven by the end of Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for Haitians, a policy that Trump sought to terminate early in his second term, arguing that the country's conditions had improved. However, political instability, poverty, and ongoing crises in Haiti have made it a dangerous place for returnees. With new visa restrictions and border patrol tactics under the second term, Haitians face more aggressive removal processes. The Trump administration pushed for increased deportation cooperation with Haiti, further escalating tensions between the two nations. Nine. Brazil. Brazil saw 20,000 deportations in the first 2 years of Trump's second term, as the country dealt with economic instability and illegal border crossings into the U.S. The Trump administration ramped up efforts to stop illegal immigration, leading to more raids on Brazilian nationals overstaying their visas. The increased border patrol presence in Mexico also led to more Brazilian nationals being intercepted on their way to the U.S., resulting in higher deportation rates. Trump's policies also targeted immigrant workers from Brazil, many of whom had been in the U.S. for years. 8. China. Tensions between the U.S. and China have risen under Trump's renewed presidency, leading to a surge in deportations of Chinese nationals. With 25,000 deportations since 2024, most of these were due to visa fraud, overstays, and national security concerns. Trump's administration placed increased scrutiny on Chinese students, professionals, and those involved in business activities in the U.S. Increased deportations have been part of a broader policy to tighten controls on Chinese nationals in the U.S. amid rising trade tensions and fears of espionage. 7. India. India saw 27,500 deportations under Trump's second term, largely due to H-1B visa restrictions, overstays, and fraudulent visa applications. Trump's administration tightened the H-1B visa program, making it more difficult for skilled workers to enter and stay in the U.S. Furthermore, the focus on deporting visa overstayers led to the rise in Indian deportations. ICE raids targeted Indian communities in cities like New York and California, particularly those with a high concentration of undocumented workers. 6. Guatemala. Guatemala, a country plagued by poverty, violence, and political instability, saw a sharp increase in deportations under Trump's 2024 policies. 20,000 Guatemalans were sent back to their homeland, many of whom had entered the U.S. illegally or overstayed their visas. Trump's government increased border enforcement and continued pushing the Remain in Mexico policy for Guatemalan asylum seekers. The country also signed agreements under pressure to accept deported citizens from the U.S., exacerbating the cycle of migration and deportation. 5. El Salvador. El Salvador has faced 12,000 deportations under Trump's renewed focus on immigration enforcement. The country has been severely impacted by gang violence and poverty, driving thousands of Salvadorans to seek asylum in the U.S. However, the Trump administration continued to deny asylum applications, focusing on the removal of Salvadoran nationals. The controversial Safe Third Country agreements meant more Salvadorans were sent back to dangerous conditions, where gang violence continues to devastate communities. 4. Honduras. Honduras saw 18,000 deportations in 2024 as Trump's border policies became more aggressive. Like its neighbors in Central America, Honduras faced mass migration due to gang violence and poverty. However, Trump's administration denied asylum applications and ramped up detention operations targeting Honduran migrants. The country was pressured into taking back deportees through regional cooperation agreements, which led to a higher deportation rate. 3. Cuba. Cuban deportations under Trump's second term surged to 5,000 as the U.S. resumed deportation flights to Cuba, which had been suspended for years. The end of the wet foot, dry foot policy and stricter visa control policies resulted in more Cubans being detained and deported. The Cuban government's unwillingness to accept deportees led to diplomatic tensions, but deportation flights continued, contributing to a rise in the number of Cubans returned to the island. 2. Dominican Republic. Dominicans saw 6,000 deportations under Trump's renewed policies in 2024. Many of these were due to visa overstays and increased scrutiny on Dominican nationals involved in fraudulent activities. Trump's administration increased cooperation with Dominican authorities to expedite deportation processes, and Dominican nationals in the U.S. were targeted by ICE for potential removal. 1. Mexico. Mexico remains a top country for deportations under Trump's second term, with a record 15,600 Mexican nationals sent back to Mexico. Trump's focus on border security and enforcing immigration laws led to unprecedented deportation numbers. His administration also increased military presence along the U.S.-Mexico border, as well as border patrol operations, targeting undocumented Mexican migrants, those overstaying visas, and those attempting to cross illegally. There you have it. The top 10 countries most affected by deportation under Donald Trump's 2024 presidency. His administration's hardline stance on immigration has led to a dramatic increase in deportations across the globe. While supporters argue that these policies are necessary for national security, critics contend that they are inhumane and damaging to communities. What do you think? Are these policies justified, or should the U.S. have a more compassionate approach to immigration? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Global Village for more updates on global affairs. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.